and other distinguished guests are waiting for this program to unfold and listen to the Honorable Finance Minister's insight, Path Forward. I now request Advocate D. Anand, Vice President of the Revenue Bar Association, to give the welcome address and present a brief history of the Revenue Bar Association.
Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sri T. Balashekar, distinguished guests, members of the Revenue Bar Association, chartered accountants, esteemed colleagues, that I stand before you to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each of you. Today we stand on the cusp and great anticipation. We welcome a visionary leader, the Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs. Welcome. Privileged to have someone who does not just navigate the obstacles but also envisions the limitless horizons ahead. Honorable Finance Minister's acceptance of our invitations and her presence here to share her insight on Path Forward is a source of immense pride and anticipation for all of us, and this particular of our Honorable Minister is not merely a ceremonial gesture, but a substantial endorsement that breathes new life into our initiative to introduce the Revenue Bar Association, an institution steeped in history and excellence. The Revenue Bar Association was founded on February 20th, 1963 by visionary legal luminaries whose name echoes with respect and admiration in our halls of justice. Sri K. Parasaran, Sri L. M. Ismail, Sri T. V. Vishwanath Iyer, Sri K. Srinivasan, Sri S. Padmanabhan, Sri S. Swaminathan, and many others were not just formed that would foster the study of revenue laws, economics, and planning to elevate the standard of legal practice in our nation. These founding fathers envisioned an association that would uphold the rule of law, champion justice, and cultivate a community of decades. The association has hosted study circle meetings without interruption every third Saturday of the month. These gatherings are not mere events, they are crucibles of knowledge where legal minds come together to share, debate, and refine their understanding of law. They provide a unique platform for senior advocates to impart wisdom and for junior members to step forward, share recent case laws, and hone their skills. It is this culture of mentorship and collaboration that sets the RBA as a part of the vanguard of legal profession. Beyond its monthly meetings, Revenue Bar Association has become a hub for annual seminars and conferences that address current and emerging topics. The recently concluded seminar on tax litigation embracing the future is a shining example of Revenue Bar's forward-thinking approach. It is through these events that Revenue Bar has not only educates but also shapes the discourses on revenue law, influencing policy and practice on national scale. The association's dedication to making a meaningful contribution is also evident in its annual budget meet, held the day after the budget speech in the Parliament. This event not only informs but empowers the professionals and public alike, providing critical insights and analysis that help demystifying complex financial legislations. The RBA's impact extends far beyond the walls of courtroom. It is a formidable advocate for legal profession, whether challenging the constitution of National Tax Tribunal, expediting appointments in the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, or fighting against the levy of service tax on lawyers, RBA respected and protected. The legacy of our founding fathers is evident in many distinguished members who have ascended to high judicial office. Their achievements underscore the profound impact of the Revenue Bar has on the legal landscape. We honor the legacies by striving for excellence. We honor the legacy of our founding fathers and the venerable leaders who have shaped the Revenue Bar Association. Figures like KR with wisdom and integrity elevating it to its esteemed position in the legal community. Their leadership reminds us that the Revenue Bar is not just an association. Every seminar, every case, and every challenge faced. The Golden Jubilee celebration and the subsequent recognition as an affiliation association by the bar. They are a testament to the Revenue Bar's unwavering commitment to enriching the knowledge and practice of tax laws across the country. Today, as we stand on the shoulders of giants, we are called to build upon their legacy. We are reminded that our commitment to justice, integrity, and progress is not just about the work we do, but about the values we uphold. It is about the impact we make in our communities, the young professionals we inspire, and the standards we set for future generations. Let us continue to support this vital institution, engage in its mission, and strive to be worthy of the legacy left by those who came before us. Let us ensure that Revenue Bar remains a pillar of strength, a source of inspiration, and a beacon of excellence for generations to come. In the words of our Honorable Finance Minister, progress is not just about economic growth. It is about creating an inclusive society where every voice is heard and every contribution is valued. The Revenue Bar Association embodies the spirit, and it is up to each of us to carry it forward. On behalf of the Revenue Bar Association, I take immense pleasure in welcoming and extending my warm welcome to one and all. Thank you. And may the Revenue Bar continue to shine as a guiding light in the world of law, justice, and professional excellence.
Thank you, sir. I now request Advocate S. Sridhar, President of the Revenue Bar Association, to address the gathering.
Good morning to everyone. On behalf of everyone at the Revenue Bar Association, Chennai, let me consented to be in our midst today. I also extend my warm greetings to the senior officers of central and state government departments, all the distinguished invitees, dear members of the bar, chartered accountants, professionals from various fields, and everyone present here. It is indeed a great honor for me to stand before you today on behalf of RBA Chennai. RBA has committed itself to provide support to the measure body of professionals. We strive to further the causes that the government intends to achieve in the economic sphere. While we understand that it is customary to present with a on this note, I would like to express our sincere appreciation for the Budget 24-25, which is a visionary roadmap that aims to propel our country forward in aspects of fiscal stability. The Parliament, the Honorable Finance Minister had stated that the priorities of the budget will bring us closer to the goal of Viksit Bharat and farmers. We at the RBA aspire to contribute to this endeavor of the Ministry of Finance, especially by way of assisting in the swift and quick resolution of Viswas Scheme 2020 and 2024 is a significant step towards resolving the disputes and consequently reducing the backlogs. We extend our amicable and swift settlement of disputes. We'll also dedicate our efforts to the gathering feedback from the participants and stakeholders to identify areas of practical difficulty. Another area of focus that government had identified has been digital transformation, and this portrays the forward-thinking approach the country is taking. The RBA is embracing this broader legal community as well. By leveraging digital tools, we can enhance the efficiency, transparency, accessibility of the taxpayer-related services. We will continue to invest in training programs to ensure that our members are well equipped to navigate the digital landscape, thereby bridging the digital divide that exists by offering resources, thus contributing to the government's vision of a digitally empowered India. We are fully committed to support the efforts taken to enhance the tax compliance, and we recognize that foundation of a robust economy lies in the trust between the taxpayers and government. In this context, things aimed at creating discussions and dialogue with our members, CAs, as well as the broader taxpaying community about the constant evolution of the legal landscape. Importantly, the simplification of tax laws has been a decades-long demand of taxpayers and professionals alike taken towards this cause. On behalf of RBA, I am making this request in front of the best of brains in Chennai, seated here, to Honorable Finance Minister to include representative of this bar in the tax system that is transparent, fair, and conducive to ease of doing business, thereby fostering and improving dialogue with the taxpayer, organizing events and meetings that will collaboratively arrive at solutions. Year 1960, by the then may arise and guiding public opinion in the country. Keep themselves posted, fully up to date and with regard to the trends of the laws, so that they can give the ordinary man the right type of advice. On this note, before I conclude, I would like to reiterate the RBI's commitment to playing its part in the national endeavor for economic growth by leveraging our collective expertise to support the government's initiatives and to ensure their successful implementation. We would work together to create a tax environment which is conducive to growth, innovation, and our nation. Reforms undertaken, and like everyone else present here, I am eagerly looking forward to the Honorable Finance Minister's address today. Thank you.
My colleagues at the bar, chartered accountants, other professionals, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor committee as I extend a warm welcome. With an academic background that includes a Bachelor's in Art degree in Economics from Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College, Tiruchirappalli in 1984, Madam's intellectual foundation has been a key pillar in her approach to public service. Madam Finance Minister began and with BBC World Service in London and moved on to a distinguished role in the corporate world and subsequently found her true calling in the service to our nation. The political career of Madam under the Make in India initiative, and this promoted the domestic industry base. In 2019, under the visionary Minister of India and the Minister of Corporate Affairs, and she remains one of the longest serving finance ministers to serve in that role. We believe this is a strong precedent for many women to take up such leadership roles with Madam as a role model. India became the first illustration of how Madam Finance Minister has shaped our economy in a positive manner since assuming office. Madam featured in the Forbes 2022 list of world's most powerful women. Fortune named her as the most powerful woman in India. This shows the inspiration that Madam is to the youth of the country. Madam Finance Minister has also won the Business Reformer of the Year award at the Economic Times Awards for Corporate Excellence 2021. Since assuming office, including task force. Through it all, Madam had remained steadfast statement of intent, a declaration of challenges. Through a combination of financial support, policy reforms and structural changes, Madam ensured that India's infrastructure. Recognizing this, Madam inclusion, fostering innovation and stimulating economic growth. Madam's emphasis on digitize a more attractive destination for global investment. In Madam's illustrious career, our esteemed guest has demonstrated a profound understanding of the complex dynamics that drive our economy. Inclusivity, ensuring that the benefits of development reach every corner of our society. Under her stewardship, the Union Budget has not only Union Budget 24-25 stands as a testament to Madam's visionary approach. The budget is a blueprint capital expenditure, particularly in infrastructure. Recognizing that infrastructure development is critical to accelerating economic growth, the budget allocates substantial funds to sectors such as roads, railways, and urban development. These investments are not just about building infrastructure. They are about creating for a socio-economic empowerment of women, and this budget reflects Madam's commitment to the cause. The budget allocates substantial funds for innovating women's representation in key economic sectors. These measures are not just about promoting gender equality, they are about unlocking the future potential of half the population, thereby driving economic growth and social progress. Budget 24-25 further introduces progressive taxation reforms, employed and simplifying the tax equitable and business friendly, benefiting both individuals and businesses. By streamlining the tax system, making it more transparent, Madam is not only boosting government revenues, but also creating a more conducive environment for economic growth and implementation of policies and laws that emanate from the Ministry of Finance. The Revenue Bar Association, with its rich tradition of legal excellence, stands ready to support the government's efforts in crafting policies that are not only economic path forward. I am 24-25. The government's economic vision is what has brought us here, eager to learn more. In conclusion, it is with great respect and Shri Narendra Modi have been pivotal in shaping the India through challenges future. Ladies and gentlemen, join me.
Samyukta Bhanushekar to present a shawl and felicitate the Honorable Finance Minister. Advocate Ms. Madhushruti Neelakantan, will Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs.
Sri Sridhar of the Revenue Bar Association of Chennai, Vice President Mr. D. Anand, Chairman of this organizing committee, Station T. Vasudevan, for inviting me and also asking me to talk about what are my insight and also looking forward to taking India further towards Vikasit Bharat. I first appreciate this Revenue Bar Association. You've had a very checkered beginning. Recall of the names who were the founding list as to what is the kind of beginning and leadership that you have been associated with. The very two names, besides the others, which invoke great respect, not only just in Tamil Nadu but all over, is of Justice Retired M.M. Ismail, late Justice Retired M.M. Ismail, and also Sri Parasaran. These are not names when they think major interest of the country and for the well-being of the country. And that is why when you hold your third Saturday circles, study circles, I'm sure not only your members get informed, but the nuances of law, particularly which is true knowledge sharing. Not only are the professionals better informed, but sometimes I've heard even learned judges say that some arguments placed by some learned counsels are so revealing. So it is not just a contribution to its own other arms and tools with which cases are understood and decided upon. And therefore the role that you have, cases that you've taken, appellate tribunals, or also the recent tribunal, the GST related tribunal, and is very significant. And the points that further that I would stretch to make would also have a bearing on, I would think, your future activities on specific issues related to affairs of India, and you being the bridge between. I'd like to present before you as to what exactly is the Prime Minister's vision in understanding how revenue generation has to happen and how itself apply. And I will state this fact again: revenue is the last consideration with which every budget set of meetings happen. You might think I'm not saying the truth, but this is the hard truth I'd like to put before you. Yes, we need to raise revenue. And during the budget consultations that I've had, several of them happen with the department, several of them happen with the Prime Minister's office and Prime Minister himself. Revenue raising comes later, simplifying and easing compliance on the taxpayer comes first. I repeat that. And if that is the approach Honorable Prime Minister has taken, and in my tenure, I can actually even speak about the tenure of my predecessors between 2014 and 19. But we did see how much of effort at the ground level happened in order to bring a one nation, one taxation GST during 2014 and 19. And after 19, even with the teething problems, how the entire process is being carried forward should stand as a testament to what Prime Minister Modi clearly puts before the country, that it is respectful of the federal system structure, has to be respected and taken together if you want to have a taxation system where revenue generation happens without pain on the taxpayers, but revenue generation happens in order that both the center and the states can work together, both in developmental activities and also in widening the tax base, to which every day improvements will have to happen. And that's exactly the spirit with which we work in order that There's a lot of friction in the relationship. I will completely deny that. And I'll speak about how we'll have to conscious that when he goes back to his own constituency, he should be able to answer people that we are not, extracting revenue and of the state. Is more to see how evasion can be avoided or targeted, amplifying it so that government, it can be brought down, we will bring it down. And that's the spirit with which I think ideally we should be working. And therefore, revenue, you're here to probably listen to the address and see what best you can contribute towards making, taxation simple, and this announcement made in the budget. I'll straight come to that. Widely available in the digital platforms. You should be available in the social media to explain nuances in taxation. Because today social media has become a big, platform, a marketplace where ideas are thrown in, ideas are taken of taxes, about the various interpretations which are happening, and about the ways in which a particular tax can be viewed or tax or in law. Now, Bar Association, I'm not going to define what is the revenue neutral rate. You all know it. But today, we've not kept it there only. Revenue neutral 15.3, so let it be there. No, we've not left it there. It's actually at 12.2% as of 2023. Meaning we could be earning more. But again, right at the beginning, I'll this. My pet peeve is there's just a lot of narrative. Oh, GST has come and burdened our lives. Because of GST, every item I'm, burdening. Opportunity to, when I'm speaking to your opportunity to, when I'm speaking to y'all, Revenue Bar Association.